So what are we doing down the wormhole today? Well, for a change, I thought I would concentrate on my plants. But first, I thought that would require getting a really good record of my 2 planted tanks that I do have. We'll give them a good clean out. I just use this siphon. I don't use anything too complicated, that is for sure. And of course, a good old trusted bucket. I just take my water outside. I have to say it has done my garden wonderful out front. So the reason I'm doing this is I finally managed to get a hold of some root tabs. Pet Exotics down in the States was awesome enough to give me a prize for my 1,000 subscribers, and I have some root tabs on the way. I have found them absolutely impossible to get here in Medicine Hat and was going to have to order some anyway, so this was a perfect opportunity to get to try them out before I do have to order. This is the fertilizer I am using. I just punched 2 little holes in the top, that way I don't overdose. So I've just been using a liquid fertilizer in there for now, which, as I've been talking to the water box, I understand isn't quite enough for my crypticorns if I really want them to spread. All it's really feeding is that big pile of mass up on the top of my aquarium. My duckweed, I have to say, does do wonderful. So I have thinned out a lot of the duckweed here, a lot of the hornworth. Try and get some light down to these crypticorns because I guess they need a little bit more than what I've been giving them. They are all a beautiful color, I have to admit, my plants, but yeah, they're not growing as fast as I would want. I'm a little jealous. There's my one little oddball live bear, my teddy. I'm hoping that some of the snails will start breeding in this tank. They are about a month, 2 months behind the gigantic tank up top. This plant is my longest living plant. I love it. As long as I don't accidentally do anything to take that one off, I am happy. So the crypticorn in this tank has had some babies before, but nothing major, just 2 others, and there is one in this tank. That is my one baby from my Anubias. And every time I try and plant this little baby, I don't know if you can see it of my crypt, it just ends up floating back up here. I'm not too sure if it's the snails or the bristlenose getting it out, but the roots are so messed up at this point, I can't get it to stay in the gravel. I guess I have one floating crypticorn. So the other tank that I would like to kind of work on and hopefully get some more crypts growing is this tank. It does have one Java fern which I have attached to here. It's not with glue or anything, it's just kind of stuck on a little knot in the wood. Here are my 2 crypts. They are babies from the previous tank. And yeah, all I've gotten for babies in probably good 2.5 years. So we're going to concentrate a little bit on my plants this next month and see what we can do. As you can tell from how dark it is, there's a lot of water lettuce in here. Again, I've been blocking out the lights, so we're going to remove those, give this tank a good vacuum, and get ready for some root tabs. This is all mostly just for my records so that I know where I was before I decided to concentrate on this, and we'll see what happens. I have removed a lot of the water lettuce, letting in a lot more light now. I'm excited to see what happens. So hit that subscribe button, follow along, and I will see you guys next time.